Hello, this is Bianca Marie here of Blooming Mama's Wellness and your host of the Doula Community Chat. So excited to welcome you to another week. Another Monday is the time for Motivation Mondays. And as part of my way to give to the community, to give to doulas, I always like to share information, which is one of the reasons that we started the Doula Community Chat on Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern. Every single Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's a great opportunity for you to join and to get information and to connect with other doulas. But this particular Monday, I want to talk about branding. It came up in another chat that we had a couple weeks ago, and I want to just have a quick conversation, give a couple tidbits about branding versus marketing for doulas. And so then there's a difference between the two, right? So branding is where you consider your logo, you consider your image, your colors, the name of your doula practice. All of those aspects are part of your branding. Your branding is your image, your appearance. It is what you want to resonate with your potential clients and community. It is the feeling that you want them to have once they hear your name, once they hear your slogan, or once they see your colors or see your image. That is all branding. It is your appearance. Marketing is different, right? And so this is about branding 101. So marketing is more of your communication technique, your mechanism, the mannerisms you use, the tools you use to get your branding out there, to get your image out there, to market it, to make sure people recognize you in the community. So if people think about a doula, they think of you. All of that is marketing. But what you're marketing is yourself, your services, and your brand. And so branding is important to think about as a doula, right? So we want to make sure that our branding, one, is clear. We want to have a unique brand that is clear and consistent, meaning your brand could be absolutely everywhere, right? So your website is part of your branding, blog posts that you may write is part of your branding, a newsletter that you may send out to your community is part of your branding. When you show up for a birth or for a postpartum visit, if you have a t-shirt that has your logo on it or colors that you normally wear, all of that is considered part of your branding. So be clear and concise and consistent with your branding is important. Also, think about what it is that you want the people that view your brand, that know of you, that hear of you, what do you want them to feel? What type of emotions do you want them to have? Do you want them to feel excited by your brand? Do you want them to feel comfortable by your brand and secure from your brand? Do you want them to think of you as the expert by your brand? There's all sorts of emotions and feelings that can be generated by your branding. So think about what is the outcome? What is it that you want people to feel and to think of when they think of you and your branding? That should be important because that's something that will carry through even something as simple as your social media posts. Your brand should also be available there. Your brand should also be consistent there. So you're constantly having the same branding, the same image. Now, that doesn't mean that your post has to look the exact same every single time. It doesn't mean that you have to have the exact same image every single time, but there should be a consistent message there. There should be consistency. And there could be even a logo or some sort of other identifier that is unique to you that could share that every single post has that is part of your brand. So consider what is it that you want your potential client, your current clients, or your community to think of, and how that you want them to recognize you. All of that is part of your brand. So clear, concise, and consistency with your branding, and then think of the outcome that you want to have with your branding. And the third one is just you. You are your brand, right? As a doula, we are walking brands. You are your brand. So every single day, every interaction that you have with your potential clients, think of what is it that I am doing, whether I am in an interview with a potential client, what is it that I'm doing, whether I'm driving down the street and my car has my magnet or a decal with my branding on it, what is it that I'm doing when I am at the hospital or birthing center and I have a shirt on with my logo and the brand. You are your brand. It's you. And so you always need to be cognizant and aware that you are your brand. You can make your brand or you can break your brand. It is you. As doulas, we are our brand. What we are selling is ourself, our services, who we are. We're selling our personality. We're selling our skills. We're selling our expertise. And so it's important to remember that at all times, you are the brand. And so your brand should represent you. It should represent your personality. It should represent your skills and your experience. It will go through everything. It's the foundation of everything that you do as a doula and your practice. So have a clear, consistent brand. Make sure you're familiar and you are strategic with the outcome or the emotions that you want folks to have when they look to consider your brand. And remember, most importantly, you are your brand. So what brand are you putting out there? What image are you putting out there? What appearance are you showing up for? It is you. It is you, my dear. So those are just some quick things to think about when you think of branding for doulas. So have a wonderful, wonderful week and know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Bye-bye.